Thanks, John. Now, Weekend Live has so far introduced you to 3 of the 12 singers competing for SAMRO's annual Overseas Scholarship Competition. This year, the competition's focus is on singers, and the 2 categories represented are jazz or pop and Western art music. Christopher Vale is our first feature who is in the Western art music category, currently doing his Masters in Performance Art at the University of Pretoria. Christopher is highly anticipating next week, Saturday, when the South African Music Rights Organization announces the winner. Good morning, Chris. Welcome to Weekend Live.
Thank you.
Let's start with the question that we've asked many of the participants that we've had on the show. What attracted you to Western art music?
I grew up with Western art music. My father was a teacher, and he was very passionate about music always. And I was always influenced by it because he used to sing in a choir, and my mother as well. And I basically went to choir practice as a baby. So that's mostly what we did.
You're currently doing your Masters in Performance Art. How and at what point in your career in your life did you realize that it's not only a hobby, it's something more serious than that?
Well, I've always known I wanted to do classical music. I enjoy jazz very much, and it's fantastic. I really enjoy it. But to me, if I did that as a job, it wouldn't be fun anymore. Western classical music is serious. And it can be fun too, but mostly it's serious. And I decided to do opera when I decided not to be a pianist. So,
how did you end up entering the competition, or why did you enter?
I entered because one of the other finalists, contestants, told me about it. And I thought, I want to also go and study overseas next year. So it's a lovely bursary to have. It's quite a lot of money.
And what have you learned or gained by getting this far in the competition?
I've learned that you just have to do your thing. You can't, and you have to work hard. There's no such thing as half measures. You just have to go for it. There's nothing else you can do. And you should never just not try at all. I was very trepidatious about entering because it's a big competition, but I decided enter and see how it goes.
What makes you think you stand out? Why do you stand out?
Well, I think it's my voice mainly. I have a lot to learn about performance itself, but singing I know, and my voice I know, and I'm still learning about that a lot, but I think I have an interesting voice, and it's a very soft-grained voice.
Talk to us about your musical influences. Who are they?
My musical influences, well, across the board, they come from everywhere. In terms of popular music, it's Beyonce, Knowles, other such people, Etta James, Ella Fitzgerald especially when I sing jazz. And with classical music, definitely the great soprano Maria Callas, Pavarotti. There's a wonderful baritone called Bryn Terfel, who's a Welsh baritone. He's very famous at the moment. And the other one that I find very engaging is a tenor called Jonas Kaufmann. Fantastic voice and an amazing presence.
What do you, as a singer, make of a competition like this one, the one that SAMRO has?
I think it's a very challenging thing because you have only a set period of time in which to show everything you can do. And you have to choose your repertoire incredibly well because they have to be secure in your voice, but they cannot be too easy. So you have to gauge that incredibly well. You can't sing things that are too difficult, but it mustn't be too easy, and they have to be just right for your voice. So I think it's an art in terms of choosing what you sing.
All right. Chris, thank you so much for speaking to us, and good luck for next week. Christopher Vale is a Western art music finalist in SAMRO's Overseas Scholarship Competition for singers in 2011. Now, the competition winner will be announced next Saturday. Stay tuned to Weekend Live.